Hi guys, let's talk a little bit about website types and when to use Webix. Let's start simple. What is Webix? Webix is a web tool, and like any other tool, it has its own specific sphere of application. Before we proceed with practical examples, it's better to define what kind of tasks it's good for. Let's look at what content-oriented web is. The first technology that will occur to you when you think about the World Wide Web is probably HTML. It's pretty useful when we're talking about content-oriented web. Lots of text, images, etc. The web that we face every day. On the other hand, there is application-oriented web. Tons of buttons, tabs, lists, tables, and so on. And this is the case when HTML is not a very good choice. The more elements you add, the less explicit inner logic is. Firstly, you should think twice how to create the layout of such type. Then you need to define every single element of your application. Think about how messy your code will be if you choose pure HTML for such kind of work. And after you create the required elements, you need to spare some time to provide browser capability. Quite a hard work, but developers provide you with different kinds of tools to make your life easier. For example, there is a bunch of MVC frameworks created to help you to develop the application you need. But there's another problem. It's not that easy to create a complex, sophisticated UI using them. They can simplify your task, yes, but you'll have to create all the grids, calendars, and other elements by your hands. As a solution, you can use Bootstrap to create the required UI elements, such as buttons, forms, headers, etc. But besides these UI components, Bootstrap cannot offer you something more complex. And here's where Webix may interest you. It allows you to create the layout in a fast and intuitive way. There is a lot of UI components available for simple buttons and input fields to data components, charts, and many others. Besides the UI creation, Webix allows you to control the behavior of your application with event handling. It's probably not a good idea to use Webix for content-oriented website. But if your goal is to create a web application with a big amount of components within it, you should give it a try. In the next video, we will look at basic Webix features, and you'll understand why it is a good choice to use Webix.